Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to another stream here at Hugo's Desk. My name is Hugo, and we are today going to do another Honest Showreel Review. And this, as you know, this is the place where people send and submit their showreels into the show, and then I review them and I give them advice and tips and tricks. With my long experience, I've been working in the industry for 25 years, and I used to do this a lot because I've been many times lead or supervisor on many companies, and so I used to review showreels all the time. But yeah, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the kind words on the chat as well. We are, as you know, these streams are or kind of dependent on what we get from the submission. I haven't seen any of the submissions. But yeah, that's really it. We're going to be here for a while now, I would hope. Thank you so much. I can see a lot of people. I'm streaming simultaneously on YouTube and on Twitch, as usual. Now, keep in mind that most of the chat usually, and most of the viewers are usually on YouTube. It's much more common that people are on YouTube. But I still stream on Twitch because a lot of people have asked me that this is a way that they can support the show, because on Twitch you can use your free Amazon subscription to support the channel. So that's why I still stream on Twitch. Quite a few people ask me, why are you still streaming on Twitch? But that's why. But if you want to chat, most likely the YouTube chat will be more lively, I would say. Now, we were supposed to have 2 showreel reviews today. Unfortunately, just like half an hour ago, like about an hour ago, someone canceled. So one of those persons canceled last minute with no email. Didn't tell me why they canceled. They just didn't apologize, didn't say why, then didn't say anything. They just canceled the appointment. That sucks. It's a shame. I'm not going to name the person, of course, but I just wanted to let everyone know that if you're going to appoint and make an appointment for the showreel reviews, please at least let me know ahead of time. Please let me know the day before so I can get someone else, so I can get a replacement. Also, please contact me and tell me something, because, of course there's emergencies sometimes. Of course, I completely understand. Sometimes people need to go or they need to be somewhere else. That's fine. That has happened many times on the show. I just don't like when people don't even say anything. They just don't reply. They don't even answer. They don't even say anything. It just is a bit of lack of respect when you do that. So just wanted to let everyone know that please, when you're booking something, at least take the time to answer me and to reply to me if you can't really be there. So that's where we are now. I had 2 people supposedly to do here today. The first one canceled an hour before, which didn't even reply. And again, like I said, like people saying on the chat, it's a bit rude, yes, that they don't even say anything. Because if they have an emergency, of course, I completely understand. Of course, I completely understand. But just at least say something. Tell me something so that I know, And if you can, say before. Now, the second person that I had booked, it's still booked. It hasn't been canceled, but they don't reply to my emails. So I've emailed twice now, asking if it's all confirmed, if they are good, if they have a microphone, if everything is fine, if they sent the showreel. No reply whatsoever. So I don't know if they're there. I have no idea. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I don't know. So I just wanted to all let you know. This has happened once, I think it was last year. I also had a showreel review session where no one showed up. So then I have the opposite as well. Sometimes I have too many people booking. And so I also have the reverse of that problem. Sometimes I have way too many people booking and I only have 3 slots. And so it's like it becomes a problem, the opposite problem. So, but yeah, just wanted to let everyone know that maybe we won't even have a showreel to review today. I don't know. I'm still kind of waiting to see if the person is there. They haven't replied to me as well. Yeah. Dandeli says, I can't understand why you would cancel on such a wonderful opportunity and such a great resource. Hey man, it's fine. People can cancel, of course. There's emergencies, there are family problems, there's all sorts of issues. Your power might be out, your internet might be out, you have a family emergency. Of course, I completely understand that. But yes, it would be nice if they give me notice, yes, so that I can organize myself and I can find someone else. And because it takes a bit of time to find the person and then to convince the person to be here and to be here live, and so it's a bit tricky, of course. So yeah. It doesn't give me anxiety anymore. I'm sure that maybe they had anxiety. Could be, of course. That's also a completely normal excuse, and people could email me and say, "I'm so sorry. I'm nervous. I have anxiety, and I can't do it." And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem at all. But by not telling me anything, you are giving me anxiety. Because then I don't know what to do on the show. And it's not fair for the people watching, and also it's not fair for my sponsor as well. Like, it's not fair because my sponsor took the time to sponsor the show and to give this opportunity for people to do it. So, but anyway, let's just move on and see if they're there. Maybe they are there. In the meantime, I'm just gonna give you some heads up of things, of course, like I usually do. These are the dates we have currently. I still have slots available on the 13th. Still have one slot available on the 13th if you are interested. And I also have one free slot still on the 25th. So there's two slots up to grabs if people still want them. And you can just do the review by appointment. So you can confirm by appointment. I'll drop the link on the chat there. So if you're still interested on sending the showreel, I keep saying this on all the videos. It doesn't need to be a showreel. It could be like a shot, a specific shot. It could be like a single shot. It could be a single sequence. It could really be even if you don't have anything, you can also book the appointment and then we can chat. We've also had people where we just talked about the industry and talked about showreels, and that's also a possibility. So I just wanted to let everyone know that you don't have to actually send a showreel. You can just book it to talk to me, get advice, like those kind of things. So there's still 2 slots there available. Also wanted to let everyone know that my next video on YouTube will be the No CGI panel. I'm going to drop that next week. And there's also a surprise with the VFX Notes podcast. The VFX Notes podcast is dropping a brand new episode on Monday, and you'll see what that is soon. I'll let everyone know what it is, really. Anyway. And so the VFX Notes podcast, I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to show you all that. Also, I've dropped the stream. Like, if you are interested on watching the machine learning stream I did last week, it's also on YouTube with chapters. It's a really interesting stream. It's like several hours. It's like a workshop of machine learning inside of Nuke and Copycat. So go ahead and have a look at that. It's I really enjoyed doing that. And there's going to be a new one. So I'm going to continue that saga with the machine learning on the 18th of November. So on the 18th of November, in about 18 days from now, I will be doing a new session with the machine learning and Nuke Copycat and everything with the founder as well. So looking forward for that. And as always, just to wrap up things, my courses are still 70% off right now if you're interested. And they are, I'll drop the link there on the chat. And they are 70% off, and I'm currently doing brand new classes which will be included on these courses. So I'm making machine learning and copycat classes in a few more workshops, and they're going to be included. So if you buy this course, you can start watching the course right now. There's 150 classes for you to watch, and then as soon as the copycat classes are done, which are going to be done very soon, then you can watch those as well. But yeah. Oh, thank you so much for saying that you enjoyed the copycat stream. I'm really glad that you said that. Thank you so much for saying that, Evaska32. I really, really enjoyed myself. I think it was noticeable that I enjoyed myself doing the stream. I think it was very noticeable. Really, it was really grateful for the founder to support that in such a way. But yeah, today's stream is sponsored by BenQ, as you usually know. I actually have my BenQ shirt today. Look at that. I got a brand new shirt from them. I'll show you like a little bit better there. Look at that. Brand new shirt. And it even says ambassador. Look at that. How cool is that? So yeah, I got my brand new BenQ shirt here, and I'm showing the swag. Showing the swag now. So thank you so much, BenQ, for sponsoring the stream. I couldn't do this channel without them. They've been supporting the channel for over 8 years now, and I just can't thank them enough. Both BenQ Europe, of course, BenQ Taiwan, of course, and of course Vincent for supporting the channel so much, and thank you so much. And with that in mind, I'm going to just roll a commercial from BenQ, and I'll be right back. I promise it will be very short. Don't worry. And then I can come back right after that commercial, okay? So that we can go through the rest of the stuff we have to talk today. Sorry, I'm just like, where? Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry, I had the wrong... I had the wrong file there. It is here. There it is. So yeah, so thank you so much, BenQ. I'll run the ad. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, again, thank you so much, BenQ. Thank you so much. Here's the logo. I have my shirt here. Thank you so much, BenQ, for sponsoring these streams. Couldn't do them without you. Yeah, so Evska42, you were saying the copycat stream was so good. Looking forward to next one. So I can give you a little bit of a hint of what's coming next. So next time, I'm going to do a few more copycat things, which I didn't finish at the time. So I completely forgot. When I was doing this stream, I was so excited. I had a lot of things pre-organized to show you. And I completely forgot to show you my pipelines on copycat for doing rescaling, upscaling, and basically CG upscaling on Sniper Elite 5 on the cinematic I directed. I also had some setups for Z-depth and depth mapping, merging between CG and footage, and I had all that stuff, and I just like didn't show it, and so I'm going to show that, and then the next stream, we're really homing in on something brand new in Nuke. So we're going to look into the 3D system of Nuke, the new 3D system of Nuke for Nuke 17. So looking forward for that. For the next two streams, we're going to be looking at brand new stuff from Nuke 17, which have to do with the 3D system, with the reflection passes and the new engine they have there, the ray tracing engine, and also like the modeling tools, everything that has. So I'm going to bring in again the same thing as I did the copycat, bringing in all these production shots and see if I can reutilize the new tools and just finding new methods of improving the pipelines of what we had before. That's what I did with the copycat stream. You know, I showed old projects I did, and I opened copycat and tried to improve those projects with copycat, trying to show you all, okay, so we used to comp this way. How can we now comp the new way with copycat, and how can copycat help us with that? So that's kind of like was the methodology behind it, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Hi Nikis, how you doing? So okay, so like I said, I don't know if they're here. Hopefully they are, and I'm gonna call them and see if they are here. They never gave me any. They didn't give me the confirmation they're gonna be here. So like I said, I have really no idea if they'll be here or not. Hopefully they are. If they're not, then that's it. Then no one showed up today. So hopefully they are here, and then we can continue. Like, if they're not here, this has happened once already. So we've already had this problem once. So hopefully they're here, and we'll see. We'll see. I really hope so. I really hope so that they are here. Would have been nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so yeah, then it doesn't seem that anyone is here. While I'm waiting for them to show up, if anyone has any questions, please do. Please go ahead and let me know, and I can try to answer as best as I can. Hopefully, yeah. Just let me know, and I can try to answer if you have questions. If you don't have questions, that's fine as well. I have on Twitch a new first-time chat, Iro-san77. Thank you so much, Hugo. You are such an inspiration for my work. Thank you so much for saying that, Iro. I'm really, really happy for you to say that. Thank you so much, my friend. Just so you know, like, we have a lot more people talking on the chat on YouTube, but I have both chats open. So I am looking at the chat on Twitch, and I'm also looking at the chat on YouTube as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like anyone is. You see this? Like, the other person canceled without saying why, and then this person didn't show up. I hope they still show up, but they don't. You see, like this frustrates me. It frustrates me a little bit. It does, because, you know, like took the time, you know, like, I promoted the stream, talked about it, and well, while we're here, like, I forgot to mention the giveaway, because I always have a giveaway. So even if we don't have any showreel review, we'll still do the giveaway. I always do the giveaway anyway. So I did forget about it. So I will put it on the screen so that you can. Oh, that's not it. Put it on the screen for you to check it. And so that's the giveaway. While we're waiting to see if the person shows up. And so that's the giveaway for my new free course, my new course, Nuke course. So you can sign up. Even if you're my student, you can still sign up to the giveaway, and I will give you my workshops, or I'll give you my new course that I have in the future. So consider that. There's the giveaway. That's the link on the both chats. I put the link, and you can also see the QR code and the link on the website right now. So yeah. But yeah, so Shader, yeah, no one is showing up really. So Shader Sang 9591 on YouTube asks, I'm planning on relocating internationally at some point next year. What would you recommend to do to hit the ground running in terms of work and networking when moving internationally? That's a cool question. I guess I would say I kind of feel like now I have a few questions here. I really miss doing the radio show. I should really come back with the radio show and have the radio show for people to call in and talk to me and chat. Yeah, I don't. Before I answer your questions, there's already 2 questions on the chat. I can already see that this person is not going to show up because there's no one here. So I'm going to switch off the call. So it is a shame that both people. I was fully booked for today. It is a shame for me and also for my sponsors. I am so sorry, but I can't really control this. You know, like, people book and they approve, like, they confirm and approve and book the system, and then they don't show up. So the first person, as I said in the beginning, canceled 1 hour before without saying a word of why they canceled. And now this person is not even showing up, and hasn't answered my emails since yesterday. So yeah, for both of you, which I'm not going to name, just be better next time, because you should let me know why. There's no problem of you wanting to cancel. Just tell me, because then I can organize other people, and I can get more people and free up slots, because sometimes I have people that really wanted to send their showreel and they can't because it's fully booked. And now these 2 people booked it, and now those people couldn't submit their showreels. It's really not fair for the rest of the community. So if you're booking, be sure that you're really going to do this. And if you can't do it, please let me know beforehand so that I know and I can organize. You know, it makes me a little mad. I don't want to be mad on screen. I don't want these. I don't like. You guys know me. I don't like my channel to become a channel where I'm hangry about things. It's a positive channel. I really like to be a very positive place, and so that people can get together and feel like we have a community. But this really sometimes gets me a bit angry. It does, because it's just a bit unfair that people treat people like that. But it's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm gonna switch off the call, because it's definitely no one's gonna show up. So if anyone wants to join on a call, I'm also happy to do that. If any one of you wants to join a call, I could do that. We can convert this into a radio show and just do that instead. So I'm happy to try that. So I'll leave it in here if you want to join for a quick chat. So I'll just put it here. If anyone wants to join, but I'll answer the 2 questions before, okay? So I'll put it on the chat. If anyone wants to join, and we can do like a little bit of radio show here, and that's fine. That works for me. So we don't do showreel reviews, but at least we can chat about it. So if you want to, you can join, and I'm happy to talk to you. So yeah. Anyway, let's just answer those questions. Before the questions, I'm saying Combody3343 on YouTube says, I just bought your course. Looking forward to start. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Thanks, man or woman. I don't know who. Thank you so much for buying my course as well. Lady Diana Labrador 9492, that's a great name, says, so powerful this course. Thank you so much for saying that. Means a lot to me. I'm really glad that you're saying that. Yeah, so shader sign says, I'm in the office at the moment, but I would love to jump on a call later, as I'm due to finish soon. Sure, man. If I'm still here, you can always join. I've left the link there if anyone wants to join. So the link is on the chat if anyone wants to join. But that's okay. I can also answer by text. That's not a problem at all. So I'm going to answer by text anyway, so because we have a few questions here. So I'm going to just what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to change the text to be here in front of me, because I'm now talking to you directly. So I'm going to just put the chat here directly with me in front of me. So let's see. The question from Shader. I'm planning to relocate internationally at some point next year. What would you recommend to do, hit the ground running in terms of work and networking when moving internationally? Well, if you're going to relocate internationally, the first thing you need to do, and that's what I did when I came from Portugal to Sweden and then from Sweden to UK, you need to network as soon as possible. So you need to find the companies that work in the country that you're going to go to. I would really recommend you go there and visit them, say hello to them, just knock at their door, go to the reception, ask if you can have a meeting with recruitment. Just try to network as much as you can. And then also find out if there are bars or coffee shops around this company that you can maybe network from there and maybe join in and talk to people there. And maybe go to LinkedIn and see on your network if you know anyone that would be on those companies. Because if you know someone, then it would be easier for you to network coming into the company. So, Shader, basically try to network as soon as you get in there and knocking on doors. And some companies will say no, but some companies will say yes, and they will be very open to show you the company or to talk to you and leave you. You can leave your contact there. That would be my first advice to you, to network as soon as possible. And then also find out if there's a Facebook group page for that area for VFX. If there is a Discord channel that is on that area, maybe research if there's a Visual Effects Society chapter there. Maybe see if there's a SIGGRAPH chapter on the area where you are. Basically, it would be try to network between the Visual Effects Society, between SIGGRAPH, between the companies that are on that area, and see if you can network and find as many contacts as possible. That would be my main advice to you as soon as you get to the floor, as soon as you get to that place. Yeah. So, okay. So that, I hope that answered your question, but feel free to ask more questions. It's not a problem at all as well. Okay. So another question I had here was, Ivan, I'm not sure. Ivan or Ivan, 7366 on YouTube. They ask, do you feel like the industry is getting better? And is there anything we could do as individuals to help? Sitting around waiting for something to change is really draining. Yeah, I completely get you. I am very drained as well. There's a lot of very little work. It's really bleak and dark, the whole thing. But I do think there are certain signs that things are changing, but maybe not changing to where we would like them to go. I feel like definitely after Netflix has showed their guidelines for AI, I feel like AI is now taking over the industry. And so I really advise everyone to be very careful with that, of course. Like I am very careful with that. I don't really... There is a lot of legal problems with generative AI and a lot of ethical problems with generative AI that prevent me for being someone that can really go into that. I'm looking, of course, I'm looking into it and checking out online courses and checking classes and checking so I can be relevant and check what's happening. But I do feel that at least if you can find ethical source AI and ethical source machine learning, you should really advance and learn more of that. And so in the case of Nuke, for example, would be machine learning with copycat, like the stream I did. So by learning copycat really well and improving your skill set with copycat and machine learning, I think it would be beneficial for you to then get yourself more hired in a position where you can introduce yourself to those things. Now, in regards to the generative AI and the actual AI, not machine learning, I am very skeptical about it because there's such a legal problem with it, and the copyright problems and all the ethical problems and environmental problems. I am not fully on board on it, but if the industry decides to go fully on board on generative AI, the industry will find a way. I am sure, like they always do, they will find a way to make it sustainable and to make it ethical, like they always do with everything. So I think it's just a matter of you investigating and keeping an eye on it. And I know that doesn't help your answer, but I do think the industry will get better at some point when we start using more of these tools, and the projects will get, I think the prices will drop and people will have to start understanding that they will have to earn less money. I don't think there's any other way around it. I feel like it's impossible to return to the prices we had before. I just feel that that's impossible. Having said that, I think that we all need to kind of like start getting used to the idea that maybe we're going to have to earn less money. And that's it. There's no way. But also accepting more work, because if you have machine learning and copycat to help you, instead of doing 2 shots, you can do 10 shots, you can do 20 shots. And so, yes, you could maybe earn less money, but you can get more done. So it's, yeah. I know I'm not answering your question completely, but I'm trying to help as best as I can, to try to help it on that sense. Okay. Let's see, more questions, and I hope that answered the question. Please let me know if you think it did, of course. Always remember, as I said, if you want to be part of the chat, you can always call me. I have the call is open right now. I'm leaving the link on both Twitch and on YouTube here, and if anyone wants to be part of it, they can do that as well. Okay, so let's see here. The questions. A quick one here from Lady Diana Labrador. I love that name. I have a quick question. How long does it take for after I sent the signed NDA to receive the files? Yeah, well, lady, I don't get a notification when I get the file. So if you sent me the NDA for the course, just message me either on Discord or on email. If you have done already that, I apologize if I didn't get to you. I haven't seen my emails today yet, but do let me know that you've sent the NDA so I can know, and then I can check, and then I can send you the files. As soon as I know that you've sent the files, I usually send it right away. So it would be like a few minutes after I checked or I get an email. If I've missed your email, I do apologize. I will double check. Okay, another question here. I have a quick question. I guess it's relevant for my stream since it's sponsored by BenQ. So the question from R Anlek Krokrek. My God, what name is that? Chlorek. I'm gonna just say that. Hi Hugo. This is on YouTube, of course. Hi, Hugo. One little question. What will be your advice to choose the best monitor for Nuke? 5K, 6K, widescreen? I would say that at least 4K. Of course, if you can get 5K, even better. But I think 4K is more than enough. The problem with the 5K and 6K is that it becomes a bit too much. It becomes too tiny, the fonts. And so from my experience with working with 4K monitors, especially from the BenQ, I feel like 4K, it becomes like a limit of what you can actually look in the screen with your eyes, except if you're going to be really, really close together. So I think 4K, 5K might be a good solution, but at least 4K, nothing lower than that. So now, in terms of widescreen, you're talking about like super wide. I like super wide. Super wide has a really huge advantage for editorial, and so I have a BenQ super wide monitor here in front of me, and that is, I have a review on that on my channel. That's the PD3420Q. It's a good monitor. It's a really good monitor, and it's super wide, and it's like you know, you have a lot of I don't have the other I don't have my camera on the back there set up, so I can't show you. I'm sorry, can't show you that monitor, but I have it on my videos. You can see it on my videos, and so if I'll just open up one of my videos and I'll show you exactly what I mean. And I'll post the link on the video on the chat there so that you can check the video. And that video kind of goes through my office, and you can kind of like look into it in that way. I'll just share. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'll answer all the questions. Don't worry. So video. Okay, so videos. That would have been. Where is it? Yeah, so I have 2 videos already with my tour, guide tour. So of course, there's an ad that I have to watch. Of course, I on my own channel, I have to watch my own ads. I hate this. Okay, so that would have been this one here. This is my video, and on this video, you see that's the widescreen I'm talking about. So I'm going to just pause here. So that's the super wide, the PD34 that I'm using, which is really good to editorial, as you can see. And then I have a vertical one for the scopes, and then I have a preview 16:9 one, and then of course a TV, just to watch TV and Formula 1 and stuff like that. So never mind this side. This is a CRT. That's just for retro gaming. But yeah, I like wide monitors because they kind of help me to have a super wide edit, you know. So that's kind of what I usually do. But all these monitors you saw there, they're all 4K, all of them. And so you see there, that's my setup usually when I'm working. Sorry, went a bit too fast. Would have been here, I think. No, it's not that one. Sorry. I'm scrubbing through this now. Scrubbing on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. So this is kind of usually my setup. You see, I have like my main display with, this is DaVinci, of course, not Nuke in this case, and then the scopes, and then the full screen preview on both sides. I have one here and one there, because then if I can look at the left, I can still see it, and if I look at the right, I can still see it. But anyway, that's my setup. You can watch that video and then let me know what you think. I hope that answered your question. Oh, the video, that's right. I was going to share the video. Maybe I should do that. So that video is this. My setup video. So that's the video that I just showed you. Maybe have a look. I posted the link on both the chats right now. Yeah, so I hope that helped your question. If you have follow-up questions, please do. Please go ahead and give me some follow-up questions. I hope that helped. Do you have an affiliated link with BenQ? I don't have an affiliate link. I have something better. If you want a 10% discount, I know this is going to sound silly. BenQ doesn't allow me to share the 10% link on public domain. So, but I have a 10% code for anyone for BenQ, but you need to contact me privately, and then I can send you the code. I know it sounds silly, but that's how BenQ wants to do it. I don't know why. I have no idea why that's that case, but if you want 10% discount, just contact me. I do on social media, on Twitter, on Discord, on YouTube, on email, on whatever you want, and then I can give you the code right away. No boundaries there. I can give you the code. And then you get the 10% discount. Yeah. Okay, so more questions. Ken Stack says, hello, Hugo. Hope you're good. I'm good. Thank you so much for saying that. Okay, Shader is happy with the insights. That's good. If you have follow-up questions, please go ahead and do that. Okay, Lady Diana already answered. Ken Stacks has a question here. I'm curious, what do you think would be the best way to network with VFX studios if you're not in the area where it's hard to get studios around, but I can't move out of the area yet? I live in Ghana. I still think it's possible to network with studios remotely. You just need to, you'll get a lot of no's, but maybe you'll get some answers. So if you live in Ghana, maybe look into studios near your country. So maybe, is there any studios on countries around you? I don't know what the market is in Ghana. I have no idea, but maybe look at other African countries, you know, maybe look at South Africa. I know South Africa has some companies because I was there once and they had a bunch of VFX companies there. Or maybe look at Egypt, maybe they have as well. Or maybe then, of course, go beyond and network with Europe as well, which is not that far away as well. So I would say maybe that's the way, but just research around you. What kind of companies exist in countries nearby Ghana, you know. I would start with that and see where you go, you know. Especially on the African continent, you know. I'm sure there's more stuff to watch. Okay, so that's so yeah, and that's it. That's the last question. I think I don't have any more questions. No, not that I see them here. Ken says Nigeria, South Africa. South Africa definitely has, man, because I when I was there, I was presenting for the Foundry. I was presenting my Homefront cinematic that I directed back in the day. This was 2017. And I went there, and I went to a festival called the Animation Festival in South Africa. I can't remember the name of the festival, sorry. It was an animation festival. I cannot remember the name of it. And I presented there. I presented the keynote presentation. There was a bunch of VFX companies there also presenting. So maybe there's stuff there. Maybe have a look at there. Okay, and that's the questions. I guess no one... Oh, yeah, okay. Mikhail is actually here, so I'm going to bring them in. I was going to say that no one wanted to come into the call, but I do have Mikhail here, as usually. Like, he's always on all the calls. It's funny that this became a radio show, since no one showed up for the Showreel Reviews. I'm still so mad about that. Like, people, don't do that. If you can't be on the Showreel Review, let me know beforehand. Okay, I'm going to bring in Mikhail and see what he has to say. Okay, so let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Are you muted? No? I don't think you're... Are you muted? I don't think you are. Let me just... Can you hear me now? No. I definitely can't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can hear me now. Okay, great. I can hear you too as well. And the audience can hear you as well. Apologies for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this in full screen and share away. Do you mind if I share the images on? Yeah,
no problem.
Okay, cool. So I'll share it for everyone to see. So yeah, everyone is watching now. So I've now fixed this, as you can see. Now people can see me and they can see you, and you see me and people see me. I've managed to have a second video card, and so now I can actually stream in and people can see me while they're on the call, which is
finally people can see you in the call.
I know. So thank you so much for joining, my friend. You've been here so many times. So let me know what you would like to talk about.
Yeah, I was thinking what I should ask, and like I'm always turning back onto our favorite theme of AI. But yeah,
great.
But I tried to like come up with some like more interesting questions than like regular will AI take our jobs and stuff. So
they will.
Yeah.
That's the answer. It's a very easy reply.
Yeah. So I've come up with this one. Uh, so like pragmatically speaking, like okay, if we split machine learning and Gen AI, like machine learning, we understand like something more with technical stuff, like it will allow us to do like basically like Rreto maybe like proper green screen,
Yeah.
keying and stuff, and all that like more technical sides. Uh, but I wanted to hear your opinion on like if we see like ideal outcome of this situation,
Yeah.
like what kind of application, proper application, not like lazy one, of Gen AI you can see in industry?
Well, generative AI for me is a sticking point, as I mentioned many times on the chats and on the streams. I have a really big ethical problem with generative AI because of the way it was sourced and the way also the ethical side of the sustainability and the ecological problem that it brings. So I kind of have that problem that I still have not solved. The same way that I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat meat. And so it's the same thing for me. I will not start eating meat. And so for me, for generative AI, so far as I've seen, it's not something that I will probably contribute or want to use, except if it is done on an ethical sourced way. The same way that you can have organic meat and you can have organic sourced food as well. So I'm hoping that someday or sometime those things will happen the same way the food industry has done that as well. So that's my personal take on it as well. But I can't stop it. Of course, Gen AI will be used on everything, of course. And I will eventually have to use it, I'm sure. I will just try to find and always try to check if everything is correctly done and always put checks on everything. I will always do that on all times. And so for me, I do think that generative AI has the potential of really being very beneficial to the industry if it is done correctly. And so I can see studios, for example, using their own models and their own algorithms inside their own companies. A bit like, give you an example of a real case scenario that already happened. So on the last Avatar, on Avatar 2, Avatar Way of the Water, Weta, because they have such a big collection of models in CG that they've done over the years. They've been running since the 90s, and so they have so much CG and so many models and so much assets that they have accumulated over the years in their servers. And so they've used that as the machine learning data and the algorithmic and dataset data for their systems, and that plus even more things that they've licensed and they bought to add to that. With that result, a lot of the background... I saw this on a FMX present. It's not public, but I saw this on an FMX presentation a few years back. And I think this paper is also public on SIGGRAPH as well. So what they did is they have this system that generative creates geometry for the background, which is low poly geometry and simplified geometry. And they have this generative AI that builds pipes and builds little machinery and builds basically hard surface geometry for electronical stuff. Imagine you have like this really big ship, and in the background there's a bunch of electronic gauges and electronic controllers. And so they developed this system where they can generative AI basically those background assets. Obviously, this is a first step. I'm sure someday they will go into a place where they can run a full gamut of also foreground elements that they can develop with that library. So that's one thing they've done. The other thing they've done a lot as well is machine learning data sets that they've used with their own footage to make the machine learning setup for depth passes and depth maps for deep compositing. So they've done that for a while. And that is why on the film on Weight of Water 2, you can see that the humans can actually be completely merged into the geometry in the occlusion. And this is because when they were filming on set, they had a real-time system that was filming the footage with the humans on the motion control on the mocap set, and then they could feed it into their system, and in real time they could have the pre-visualization geometry in real time being occluded by the human. And so because the system was machine learned based, they actually had the real-time data, but they could actually occlude. So when you had actors in front and actors in behind, the geometry of the Navi would also be in front and behind. And this was pivotal because otherwise they would not be able to frame all those shots where they have, I don't know if you've seen the film, but there's the kid, which is like a wild kid. He has like rastas and he's like always semi-naked on the film, and he has like a mask, and he's always in the middle of all the other Navis. And that's how they process that footage as well. So we already see case scenarios. Another, I'll leave you with the last one. Another case scenario is from DNAG. DNAG wanted to do, I think I've spoke about this already, they wanted to do the blue eyes on the Fremen on Dune 2. And so on Dune 1, which was years ago, they did the regular process. They rotoscoped everything by hand, they painted everything by hand, and it was really painstakingly hard to do all of that, to do the blue eyes.
As always.
Yeah, and what they did on the second film, they used all the footage from the first film as the data set to learn the machine learning to do copycat for the second film. And so they loaded up all the shots from the first film, all the mats from the first film, processed for days in the, like they did a lot of processing to build these models of machine learning and then load them into the shots. Ended up with the this is all documented on a podcast with Before and Afters, and also on the Before and Afters magazine. They're not a sponsor, I'm just letting you know. But I it's all documented there. And I believe, if my memory is correct, I think it was almost 70% success they got from the eyes being changed to blue. So they only had to do by hand 30% of the shots on the film. And so those are examples. All of those are examples of things that are already happening. They're not in the future. They've happened already. And so I think similar things will be the same thing. You know, I think companies will start using their own data, having their own footage, licensing more footage, getting other footage involved, getting free stock, also getting... there's also a lot of data that is actually copyright free. You know, anything with more than 90 years is free, so you can use that data as well to train. There's a lot of things that you can do with the training data set, and so, you know, and also depends on the project as well. So yeah, to answer your question, I apologize it was such a long answer, but that's kind of how I see things going, you know.
Yeah, like for me, the only example I could come up with, like, for example, you have like on-set shoot. You make several shots, you make several plates, and then like in post, you realize that you need to use the plate, the angle that you didn't shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you take like all the shots from current set with current lighting, feed it into the system, and make
a new angle,
like a new angle alternative. Like basically that's same videos, they're all the same footages, but like maybe slightly higher, maybe slightly like to the left, maybe like alternative angle, maybe relighting, I don't know.
Yeah.
And stuff like this thing, like I could only come up like also the stuff like you basically told about, like a background, like a set filling and stuff. Maybe
so that's why I was saying that people should all be learning this, and they should all be keeping an eye on it. But as far as using it in production, there is a little problem with that, because right now, from experience talking with clients are very, very worried and scared about using those kind of technologies, because they don't know the legal ramifications, if they're going to have problems later, if they can copyright the film, so there's all sorts of issues that are still not sorted, and But I do think they will be all sorted very soon. And so that's why I'm advising people to learn Copycat, to learn machine learning tools, to learn generative AI. But always, always keep an eye on what's ethical sourced, what wasn't robbed by someone else. Like, I just feel that with everything in life, like, we need to, like, be arbiters of ourselves, like, if it's the same way that we don't trade blood money diamonds, the same way we don't, there's all sorts of things that we've done in the world where things are better, the same way we don't have slavery anymore, like, so all sorts of things that need to be addressed, and so I think they will be addressed. I think at some point we will know the source of these things. I think there will be a lot of lawsuits, there will be a lot of deals behind the scenes, there will be a lot of payments that companies will have to do, tax related. There will be a lot of governments involved. Just now,
basically there is like no scaffolding at all right now.
No, right now there isn't, but there's gonna be. Like, just last week, European Union, for example, published their guidelines for AI and generative AI. There's all sorts of guidelines there. Netflix has that as well now. Slowly we're having all those guidelines, and I think people just have to... My advice is to read the Netflix one, because I think the Netflix has always been like the gold standard for that, and they've been the gold standard for editorial pipelines. They also have a lot of documentation for that. They have the gold standard for color management. If you go to their documentation on the website, they have all sorts of ACES pipelines and all sorts of documentation for that, and also what kind of cameras you should be using. They've been very good at that, and also keeping it and sharing it to the world. And now they have one with AI as well. And so I feel like... And there's other stuff around as well. Victor Perez has a generative AI and Comfy UI course right now. Action VFX has a course as well with Comfy UI as well. I'm signing up to all of them. I'm watching all of them. Not sure if I will use them, but I want to know what's going on, and I want to know exactly what these things will end up doing. In the meantime, I'm just using my regular pipeline, and I'm helping it with Copycat and using what I have on disposal right now, which can be done inside my computer. That's kind of how I'm approaching things right now. Things take time to develop, and I know there's people that will have advantages now, and they will get a lot of revenue from really quick things. But I'm always very careful with everything I do, and I people can do whatever they want, but I just kind of like, I'm looking into it and not really, and really ignoring all the noise from the tech bros and the noise of people saying the industry is dead, and all the noise about that we need to abandon all of this and we don't need to learn CG anymore. All of that is noise, because I think you still need to know all of that. And the same way, I just proved on the Copycat when I was doing my stream on Copycat. Yeah, sure, I managed to get the clean plates and the rotos working, but I still had to do it. I still had to do some frames. I still had to know what I was doing for it to even work. And so
it's not just input, output, like, make me a scene.
No, it's not. And maybe it will be one day, but I think by that time things will change by a lot more. Because if we are on a moment where we have in-out automatically, then that means we'll also have automatons on our house, and we will have driveless cars everywhere, and we will have the whole thing will be completely taken over by AI, which probably will happen. I mean, but maybe not. I don't know. Like, it's all about... So many times in this industry, and so many times in the artistic industry, we've thought things were over and then they weren't. And so I don't know, like, I kind of have a feeling that things are not going to be exactly what people think are going to be, so that's kind of where I see things going,
Yeah, basically like two main stands that I see right now. Like, if you like ignore the gray area and split into two camps, you will see like, oh, like the industry is dead, like AI will be everything.
Yeah.
And other camp says like, oh, it will be like backlash of AI when like every company will switch to AI. Everyone will see like how bad it is, like when you do purely AI, and then it will be like a new renaissance of like classic VFX, and I like my personal opinion that like maybe both camps are wrong. Like,
Yeah.
uh, uh like I had this talk like many times, and the way I came up to explain it, like, take for example, like I have two great examples is 3D
Mm-hmm.
in movies.
Mm-hmm.
When 3D just started become a thing,
Yeah.
what was everyone saying? Everyone was saying like, oh, everything will be 3D, like 2D is dead, like not even like real footages will be used, like everything will be 3D. And we saw several examples where they tried to do full 3D and it bombed like hell. uh, and then like it slowly go like back and forth, and in the end it settled in use both like classic tools and both 3D, like proper use of 3D in the industry. And second example for me is music.
Mm-hmm.
uh, when electronic music started becoming a thing,
Mm-hmm.
same thing. Everybody like first like publicly accessible synthesizers were like hit the market, and everybody said like, oh, live music is dead, like this is the future, like
Mm-hmm.
everyone is in the future. If you like uh, watch like retrofuturistic movies, they're like in the future everyone like listen only synthesized music, like live music is dead, like not even mentioning, like. And then again they try to do full electronic music, that it not work, they switch back to the live, and then they like went like back and forth, and again industry settled on the straight middle, using
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
both live music and both electronic, properly combined
Mm-hmm.
hybrid. I think with AI, like it will be exactly the
Mm-hmm.
same. It will be backlash, like back and forth, and then it will settle in the proper use.
I agree and I disagree with you. I understand what everything you're saying, but I have to disagree with a few things. Like, I feel that it's very different from all those examples that you've done now, because the main difference is at that time people were using synthesizers and people were using digital cameras and people were using, but they were still doing the work from a creative point of view. My problem right now is that we have those people as well, but the problem is we have a new factor here. We have a very, very powerful corporate entity coming into the play, which all these companies, OpenAI and X and NVIDIA and Microsoft, basically the entire Silicon Valley of the United States, they are very dangerous because they are completely unhinged. And they're completely unhinged into a point that they are earning so much money on this. They are earning so many billions and so focused on everything being automated, mainly to give them more shareholders and more money for their shareholders. And the problem I have with this is that before, when we had those revolutions, we never had a corporate entity involved. We had artists and we had independent people and we had, the old versus new, like the younger people were doing synths and then the older people didn't like it. It's not that anymore. Because I think actually right now, old, young people, they're all the same. They're all working and doing creative stuff. My concern is the corporate entities that are run by shareholders and they're run by board meetings and run by people that are not artists and people that only want profits. And for me, that becomes a problem because we could end up with a really destroyed market because of that corporate greed. We've had examples of that in the past. Like, if you look at the games industry, the mobile app stores were great, and then they were completely destroyed, and they are now a trash bin of just trash. There's only
98% of
it's
slop.
trash. It's like just absolutely trash, and that's just corporate greed coming in, and it becomes so difficult to even find anything. We're finding that the same way in films and on. So that is my problem, my worry, my. And that's why I was saying I agree with you, but I disagree with you. I feel like there's that extra thing, the corporate greed and the big, gigantic trillion-dollar companies that are taking their foot to the throats of everyone here. And I feel that they need to be regulated, they need to be dismantled, they need to be. No one needs to earn $1 trillion. No one needs to be billionaire. I just feel that there is this is a big problem. Someone in the chat is saying my mic is filing. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I don't think anyone needs to be a billionaire. A millionaire. When you get to 900 million, I think you're fine. And I don't really understand why people are so obsessed on becoming billionaires and they're obsessed on becoming trillionaires. There is a large cost to this, and being this unhinged and just producing AI for nothing and just making slop and creating endless server racks and server rooms to do all this AI, contributing endless power energy that will become unsustainable for the environment in a catastrophic way. This needs to stop, and I feel that's my problem right now. I have a feeling that that's the new entity that is coming in that could disrupt this but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful because my hope is that people will get fed up of this and people will go back to a more artistic side, and people the same way that they look at manual things, and they like to go and watch live bands, and they like to watch paintings. And I have a feeling that there will be a moment where people will really be, I'm hoping at least, that they will be really fed up of these really large companies, and they will develop communities, and they will develop artistic communities, and they will develop a more social based system for those kind of things. I have that hope. I have that hope that will happen, but it's really on a tipping phase right now, because some of these companies are so powerful that I think that it's maybe for some of them a bit too late. There's no way you can reverse this in some sense. The reason, the fact that Nvidia is now a $5 trillion company is just a symptom of this time, because they're making so much money with graphic cards that it's just unheard of in the history of humanity. And so I'm a bit worried. I am very worried about that. But I'm also optimistic, I need to be. I'm sure there are people that will fight back in that, and that will kind of try to prevail with some artistic integrity, and will try to prevail with some ethical source thing. I hope so. I really hope so, because if that doesn't happen, if money is the only thing, okay, then I guess blood money it is. Everyone's just gonna go back to where we were before. I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope some countries will start to make a stand against this. It's not happening right now, but especially because we have certain really dark entities in the world right now trying to steer it to the other side. And so I feel but I'm optimistic. I hope that works.
Yeah, I agree with your point that it's more corporate right now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't come up with a 3D example, but I can come up with a synthesized music example, because I don't remember exact years when it happened, when it was synthesizer boom.
It was the 90s. It was the late 80s and early 90s. Some of the
early
work,
90s.
Yeah, well, it was also late 80s, because they already had some really famous synthesizer soundtracks. For example, give an example with The Shining, for example, which is 1980. Wendy Carlos, with also synthesizer soundtracks with Clockwork Orange, which was
No,
75,
I
something
don't
like that.
mean I don't mean in the industry. I mean like when they start to market like for public.
You mean what? Sorry, what do you mean?
Like
When?
consumer grade synthesizers.
Oh well, that would have been when it became cheap enough. I would say early 90s. Yes, probably, most likely early
Yeah,
90s. Yeah.
yeah. So when it happened, uh, with several companies that we will not name, it was such an aggressive company of advertising, pushing, like uh, forcing this idea that synthesizer is a future,
Mm-hmm.
like like they like openly basically was telling that like live music is
Mm-hmm.
crap. It is the past, it dead, like future is only synthesized music. And it was strategically like targeted just to push, just to sell more like products,
I
and
know, I
that's
know,
it.
I know where you're
I,
going, but it's
yeah,
not the
I
same.
understand
It's not the
it's
same.
not the same
No,
scale.
because you know why?
Yeah,
It's not even the scale. It's because we didn't have social media back then. And the problem right now
also.
is that social media can be manipulated and it can be bought. Engagement can be bought. And so if you have enough money, and these companies have trillions of dollars, okay? Trillions. It's not billions, it's trillions. They can spend on X, on Facebook, on Instagram. They can still spend billions on advertising to make it look like everyone is doing this or using this, and they won't even spend 10% of their money. And so you can right now, unfortunately, you can brute force yourself into the market, because if you have enough money to sponsor posts and sponsor streams and sponsor YouTube channels and sponsor X engagement and Facebook engagement, you can reach billions of people by spending very little money. And it's all a money thing. The more money you put into these things, the more people reach. And so it's really dangerous because of that, because these companies have enough money to just turn the market if they want to, and really convince everyone that this is the way to go. The same way social media turns elections, and the same way that is happening as well. So because we didn't have social media at the time, I think that makes a huge difference. And that's why I was saying that I'm hopeful, but I'm also very worried, because it could really, when you have so much money, you can really tip it to the wrong side, because you have enough money to really basically institute you can take over a market, basically. It's like because it's so much money. It's so much money. The funny thing about all of this is that the people that will laugh to the bank is the social media people, like Facebook and Instagram and X. They are earning so much money from ads, so much money, that they are just laughing their ass out on all of this, because they are the ones allowing this to happen, but they also get so much money out of it. So yeah, but anyway, like it is what it is. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but like, I can always, the only thing I can do, as I always do, is to hit the drum, tell people we should think about things. We should at least think about them beforehand. We should keep those things in mind. And I think if the dialogue keeps going, and if people question things, people should question, and have feedback, and have constructive feedback, and also have basically questioning things. People should not just accept them right out the bat. That's kind of where I go, and that is something that we can't lose sight of. I think.
Yeah, like my personal opinion on this like pushing stuff, that I think they are quite aware that it will be downfall,
Mm-hmm.
and they are aggressive in all the pushing and all the advertising, just because it's like opportunistic accumulation of wealth.
Yeah, exactly. Of
Like,
course.
yeah, yeah, like make money while it's still hot. because I can see like maybe apply some parallel to this uh, with manufacturing companies that produce like chemicals,
Mm-hmm.
difficult,
Mm-hmm.
different chemicals. When the whole like green movement started to become a thing, a global thing, like a noticeable thing, like a thing that you like can't ignore. Uh, uh, Everyone would have expected that they would started like to turn down. They see like where it's going. Like there will be like many regulations. There will be like cutting down. Like you can do this, you can do that, you can do this cheap way. Like it's very hazardous. You must do it like more expensive way because it's safer for environment. uh, and everybody would think that they will turn it down a bit, but they like turn it up very much because exactly what I was saying, it was opportunistic
Mm-hmm.
accumulation of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Like they saw where it was going, and they like ramp up all the production
Mm-hmm.
just to make materials, make wealth, while regulations didn't kick in.
Yeah, it's what's happening right
Like,
now. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, like I know like several industries that produce like very toxic but very important chemicals. They still have like huge warehouses, like metric tons of vats of chemicals that are regulated, that are like legalized and stuff, but they were produced before regulations.
Mm-hmm.
So they were done cheap, hazardous way. They accumulated all these materials and they like selling it right now,
Mm-hmm.
while they like switching to more fit to current regulations. Like you can't like what is it called when you like undone something that was done in the
Yeah, it's
past,
not
like
retroactive. It's
retroactively.
not
Yeah,
retroactive.
exactly.
You can't really change it back. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that these materials was produced using like hazardous way. Many people died. Like no, they are just materials sitting in the vats. Like
Yeah.
and they worth a lot.
Yeah.
And the same like again, like it's my personal opinion, the same I think is happening with AI. Like people see that like soon the regulations will be
Mm-hmm.
the laws will be like again, like you said, like
Yeah,
Europe
of course.
starting
No,
to
we talked
start
about
like
this so many times on the stream. I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. And again, you think that they will turn it down, but no, they like ramp up like
Yeah.
full throttle
That's why I'm
just
saying. That's
because
why I'm
of that.
saying it's up to us. It's up to us to question this. It's up to us to fight back, and it's up to us to really like make sure we are doing our part to make sure that they don't go completely off script. That's the thing. Like I've been hitting that drum for years here on the channel. People need to like look into it. They have to have they have to look into things, investigate things, really see what's behind all these things. Yeah, we keep saying this over and over on the channel. I think people get it, like of course, and I think people are starting to get it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just takes time because
yeah,
currently we are like dozen of hippies standing like in front of a huge factory that produce toxic wastes
yeah,
and screaming, "God, they producing toxic waste! Stop everything!" Like, and what like dozen people can do?
yeah.
Not until
Exactly,
it's like
exactly.
worldwide organization backed up by like multiple countries and stuff, and all we need to grow.
Yeah. Well, Mikhail, I'm going to move on because we have other questions and the people asking and things like that, okay?
Of course.
So thank you so much for joining, and well, I'll talk to you later, I'm sure. I'm just
My
going to
pleasure.
move on because we have been talking for so long and there's other questions as well going on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like I said previously, you need to stop me because if you let me, I will talk for hours.
Well, I'm stopping you now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah, see you.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so the call is still open if anyone wants to join, of course. But I have a few things that I want to answer on the chat. So let me go through this real quick here as well. So, okay, I do apologize. People were saying that there were some mic problems. I'm not sure what it was. Like, I didn't really hear anything. This headphone is direct linked to the stream, so I'm not sure. Okay, so just going back a bit because there's a few people here that had questions before. So Foxhound was asking, is the problem that there aren't enough students, or is it the spirit of the times that makes it impossible to cancel anything? I'm not sure what you mean. If there are not enough students, I'm sure there are enough students. And I'm not completely sure, Fox, what you mean with cancel anything. So maybe like maybe just tell me again what your question was. Yeah, so Ken Stacks is saying, I assume the next showreel review is on the 17th of November. Let me just double check. At the top of my head, I can't remember the date, so I'll put it on the screen. So the next date is 13th of November and 25th. So I have 2 dates. I have one slot for the 13th and one slot for the 25th. So, and thank you so much for saying what you said. You were saying, where was it? I will try to share around to see if I get people who want to show their reels from my country. Yeah, of course, Ken. Thank you so much for doing that. Of course, I'm happy to receive and to get show reels from any country whatsoever from the world. And we get so many different countries. I think I probably am now on the 80 countries that we had hundreds of showreels that were reviewed on the show here, so thank you so much for doing that. Okay, other questions here. Do you think so Iro-san 316 on YouTube is asking, do you use AI to help you with Python script? I do not, no. I don't use ChatGPT. I've said it. I just want people to know that I don't like ChatGPT. I'm not into ChatGPT. I don't use ChatGPT. I just not interested. Until we know what that company used to train, I'm not interested on using OpenAI. I'm just not going to use it until I have more transparency and there are more regulations happening towards that company. So I am just like blacklisting it. I'm not using it at all. So that would be what I think you would mean, because I know people use ChatGPT to repair their scripting. So I think that would be what I would say to that. I'm sure I'm going to be proven wrong. If I am, well, screw it. That's fine. I'll do it later. Let's see here. So Cash, let's see. I'm going to switch to Twitch because maybe there's questions there as well. I love that this became a radio show. It was supposed to be showreels reviews, but for anyone coming in just now, the 2 people that booked the showreel reviews, they didn't show up, and so one canceled 1 hour before, and the other one didn't show up. So I'm really a bit sad about that, because I think people should at least let me know. There's no problem with you canceling the showreel reviews. That's not a problem at all. There are so many reasons that could prevent you for doing the showreel review, but at least let me know in advance so that I can organize a replacement, and I can organize other people. That's why we're doing a radio show, but it says showreel reviews on the stream. I will change the name later on so people can watch it in a different way. Okay, so questions from Twitch. Let's see here. iSeeker77 is talking about understanding English. That's not nice. Don't be like that. Be a nice person. Okay, so iSeeker77 says, comparing switching from 2D to 3D with switching from traditional VFX to AI media creation is a stretch. Yeah, I guess so. I guess could be. Okay, so there's no more questions on Twitch. I'm just going to go back into YouTube. So YouTube, I have... What are the questions I have? And again, some not nice people on the chat. Don't be like this, my friends. Don't be like this. Someone is here saying, could you not read from ChatGPT? No, don't do that, man. I don't use ChatGPT. I don't even have it. So I had an account when it was beta in the very beginning when it came in, and I tested it for a while at the time, but then I never used it again. Kajasan Films asks on YouTube, some companies claim to use ethical AI. Can one trust that? There's always a way of you contacting the company and asking them for proof for that. I'm sure, and I've talked with clients like that, people do that. They do research where the training data came from. And there is ways of you showcasing that the data was legally sourced or licensed, at least licensed, even if it's little money, at least someone got paid with it. Okay, other questions here. Pedro Margarido on YouTube says regulation is very slow to implement in comparison to the speed of AI, and companies are pushing forward. Yes, they are. They're going to pushing forward, but there will be a moment will be regulated. I'll give an example of this. Like, in the 90s, it was completely free-for-all. Any game can come out. No age requirement. All games came out, and there was no age metrics. You know, no one knew if the game was 18 plus or if the game was 16 or 13. The rating on a game didn't exist in the late 80s. And then Mortal Kombat came in. And Mortal Kombat was so violent, and also Night Trap. Those games were so violent that actually they had hearings at the Congression in the United States, and from that, huge legislations came through, and now we have a rating system. And that's why you play a game and it says plus 18, plus 16, plus 15, plus 12, PG-13. All those things happen because of regulations, and so I'm sure that will be the same case here. At some point, we'll have regulations, and those companies will have to adapt to those regulations, just like the games industry had to adapt and not show those kind of games, you know. So, and also rate the games because of the younger generation. So, okay, let's see here. Hey Sajeel, how are you doing? Sajeel says I should start charging. I'm not gonna charge people for the showreel review, of course not. But I am a bit upset. Yes, I am a bit upset. I'm not gonna name anyone. I'm not that kind of person. But I'm just gonna. They know who they are because they were booked for today. They know who they are. So I'm just gonna shame them like that because they should have told me beforehand. Okay. Pedro Cabral is asking on YouTube, is there a responsible AI you use? The only AI I use right now, well, it's not even AI, it's machine learning in Nuke, and that's Copycat, which is actually sourced inside my own machine, so it's my own footage. I guess, I mean, of course I have autocorrect on my computer, but autocorrect has been around for decades, so that's not really AI, really. I don't really use AI from Apple. You guys know that I have a Mac, but my Mac Pro is from 2019. It doesn't support Apple Intelligence, and so I don't even have Apple Intelligence on my machine. My phone is also very old. Like, my phone is like an iPhone SA2, and that's so old that it doesn't support Apple Intelligence either. And so I don't even have that. Works fine for me. I'm happy to not have to deal with those things. I am very happy with machine learning. I like it a lot. I might change my mind, but I just need to research the companies that I use a lot, and I think it's a bit too early for us to know all those things. Yeah, I know, Sajeel, I know. It's disrespectful. I know it is, but, you know, it is what it is. Cash Films says, it's a pretty interesting discussion. Thanks, Hugo. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, it became a radio show. I really miss the radio shows. No, Mikhail, I've never used Siri. No, I don't have Siri on. Siri is off on my computer. Siri is also off on my phone. I don't need man, I've spent my entire life fine with reading books and searching my own stuff and going to the web on Google. Obviously, I'm forced to use when I go to Google. Obviously, Gemini is there automatically. I can't switch that off, so it's there, sure. And sometimes it's helpful, but I mean, I like to do my own diligence and search my own things and check if they're correct, and then see several sources. I know I'm sure I'm old-fashioned, but I am not one of those 800 million people using ChatGPT. I'm just not going to use it until I am clear exactly what it is about. So I'm not going to do that. Okay. You meant Mikhail. I know you meant Mikhail, Sam, but it's still not nice. Okay, so let's see here. Iro-san says, thank you, Hugo, for sharing your thoughts about AI. So good to hear that compared to all the tech bros on LinkedIn. Yeah, I know. It's a bit noisy out there. LinkedIn is becoming as bad as Facebook. I'm just like not really enjoying how LinkedIn is becoming. I kind of feel like it's a bit unhinged, isn't it? So let's see here. What else? Mikhail says, are there any books for vegetarian food? Yeah, there is. You're pulling my leg now. Yes, of course. If anyone is interested, that's why Mikhail is saying this. If anyone is interested, my wife's book is for sale on Amazon. So that's why Mikhail is saying this. So my wife has done this amazing book. I contributed with helping her with the design and the photography. So we did the photos together. So I'm very proud of this book as well. The photos are really beautiful as well. And so if you're interested, the link is on Twitch and on YouTube. It is a wonderful vegetarian book. Support your local artists and support your local content creators. My wife is one of them, so that's the book, Green Recipes for All. So thank you so much for shoehorning her book there, Mikhail. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so Mohamed007. Hey, Hugo, wish you're having a good day. Thank you so much. I'm having a great day. You think it's possible for some to learn today and have an opportunity in the industry? And what do you think things should have to get hired? Thanks for the advice. I definitely think it's still good enough for you to learn. I still think the industry still exists. There's still films coming out. TV shows still come out. Games still come out. Motion pictures still come out. The industry has not stopped. We still need artists to do it. It's just that we need artists that are using new tools and new data sets and machine learning and other things, but nothing has changed. We still have so much content that still needs to be produced. So my advice is still to learn, because the industry still needs artists. That has not changed, you know. So Sajeel is saying, how about Ollama? I don't know what Ollama is. I am so sorry about that. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna go and check. I'll go and check because I have really. I'm sorry. I'm sure I sound like a buffoon, but I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna just like check here real quick what that is, and I'll put it on the screen. So let's see here. Where is it? Okay, so. Ollama. You said it's machine learning locally. Okay, so let's have a look. Ollama floating in the cloud. It's not this, probably. Did you... It's... okay, I'll go into that in a second. I have... Oh, Sajeel is coming into the call. Okay, I'll bring you in. And you can talk here instead. Hey, my friend. How you doing?
Hey. Basically, Ollama is... so it's like ChatGPT, but these are trained models you can download. They are released by Google, Facebook. So Ollama is just a wrapper software on top, and then you load this coding ones or general chat ones and things like that.
Okay.
And you can run it locally on GPU. I don't know if they are Mac compatible, but you definitely it's definitely compatible with Windows and NVIDIA and
Yeah,
things
it's
like
fine.
that.
I know the Mac thing is a problem, and so I'm still using my Mac. Is incredibly powerful for editorial and grading, and I still have the highest score on DaVinci benchmark. So I can still beat the new Mac M1s and M4s on benchmark on DaVinci. So I'm still using that machine for that. But for
Yeah.
specifically for AI, I have a laptop. So I have like one of these. I have one of these like. This is like a what's the name? Lenovo.
Lenovo.
Yeah, a ThinkPad.
Yeah.
So this is
ThinkPad.
this is a ThinkPad that has 64 gigs of RAM, and it has like a Quadro RTX 5000, so no 4000 on it.
Okay.
So it has 16.
What's the VRAM of that?
It has 16 VRAM, so it's fine. It's more than enough for me to train, and I hate it. It's horrible. It's a Windows 11. It's fucking horrible. Windows 11 sucks. I just don't know how people can use it, but it's fine.
You can install Linux.
Oh my god, I have to damn use this thing. Like it's horrible. But you know, like I didn't buy it though. Like this was like given to me years ago. This machine has been on my cupboard for years. It was given to me years ago for the Foundry because they wanted me to do an event, and they wanted me to use this machine specifically, and so I still had it. It was on my cupboard for like 2 years. So I took away the dust, and then it took 2 days to update because they had thousands of updates for it to do. And then when it was over, Windows 11 is horrible. Like how can people use it? It's just filled with AI. The whole thing is filled with AI.
Okay, I'm not gonna upgrade. I was thinking to upgrade to 11.
Don't do it.
My freaking my motherboard died, so I've got a new one now. And
your mother died? Sorry.
No, motherboard.
Okay.
The board on the computer.
I'm sorry. I thought you said your mother died. I was like, oh my god.
No.
Sorry to hear that.
Man, I wouldn't be here, right?
Oh my god, man! Don't scare me like that.
The motherboard died on me, and I just switched from Intel to AMD, and my Windows 10 installation is giving me a hard time. So I was thinking, like, you know what, just bite the bullet and upgrade to 11. But now since you're saying that, I'm trying to fix 10 and not switch to 11. And
11 is, of course, they're not going to support 10 anymore, so we're going to all be forced to do 11. But I just it's
full of bloatware.
It's so bloated with AI on top, and I just I don't know, like I'm not very happy with it for sure. Having said that, like the last time I had a Windows machine was on my boot camp on my Mac Pro, and that was Windows 10, but it was a very early state. I was very happy with Windows 10. But I couldn't do it because this laptop already came with 11. So unless I go in and buy a Windows 10 license used on the market or something, I can't really backwards install it to Windows 10, you know. So I can't really.
Yeah.
But be careful. Go to the web and research because there's been a lot of problems with the Windows 11, you know.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Like some of the friends, they have upgraded here, so I'll ask them what, like from industry. So I'll ask them, like, is there any issues with 3D side of things and running local LLMs and things like that? And see how it goes. If it's good, go for it. Otherwise, I'll just try to log into my Windows account and try to download the old copy of 10.
I'm looking at this thing, Ollama. Is it called Ollama AI at your fingertips? Is that what it is?
It's called OLLAMA.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Let me see YouTube stream.
No, wait a minute. I'm not sharing it yet. So give me just. Oh, wait a minute. I need to like just give me a second. I'll share my screen so that you can see it as well. So it would be that one there. So I'm sharing my screen. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Is there a Mac version for this?
I don't know. Where do I go to see? I have never seen this before.
It's right on pip install
is that
npm. Yeah, I think pip should work on with terminal on Mac.
It doesn't have a button though. It doesn't have a button.
No. You need to go to terminal on Mac. So.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
It's like installing Python. So you can go pip install Ollama. It showed the operating systems it supported, I think, when you were scrolling.
Yeah. I did.
Little bit up. Yeah. It's on Docker and stuff like that.
I'm sorry. I'm
Windows
just lost. I'm trying to.
No. I thought it's Meta and all that. They're
Here you
showing
go.
who has
I'm
contributed.
I need to reload because it's not. The buttons don't work. So. Yeah, you see the buttons don't work. I'm trying to press this button. It doesn't work. I'll do this. I'll just use
Google it.
No, what I mean is like I need to probably just open up another browser, like a Chrome browser, because it's not working on Safari. So I'm just like it's just not doing anything. The buttons don't do anything. Let's see if that works now. Yeah, you see the button doesn't do anything. I click on it and it doesn't do anything. That's weird.
Let me find it out. 1 second. Can we install Ollama on this thing?
Why doesn't it work? That's weird. Okay, does it? Wow, this is weird. Okay, anyway, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I was just checking if that's the case.
Yeah, it will run on Mac.
Okay.
It's saying, I googled it, and Google Gemini is saying it will run on Mac.
Okay, cool. Well, cool.
But these things, I had loaded one model, so you get multiple models, and if it's beyond your VRAM, it will really, really slow down. So you need to find out which is the correct model to run, and they're based on how much VRAM. So you'll have to do a bit of research based on the GPU you have.
Iro-san here says Iro-san says here that he can install on Linux, so I can probably do that. Probably prefer to have Linux than Windows 11 anyway. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking of removing the Windows 11 because laptop doesn't have anything. It's just like I was just using it. I basically set it up because of the machine learning setups for my stream, but I ended up not using it because it worked fine on my Mac Pro. So my Mac Pro, because of the 2 GPUs, I got really good results with the machine learning anyway. But I'm doing Victor Paris's GenAI course, so I might need for that, because on that one, the GenAI, the Confi AI really doesn't work on Intel Mac. It only works on M4, M2, M3, so I can't run it on my Mac, but I can run it on this laptop. So I've installed Confi UI on it. I'm running it just for Confi UI, really, just to try it, to test it. Yeah,
it's pretty good. I took the one, Pixel Fudger, right? He does those Pixel Fudger shit. Yeah. So I did take his course sometime back. It's really basic to get you started and get your feet wet.
Yeah.
So that is for someone who doesn't know anything about Comfy UI and doesn't want to bother with finding things on YouTube.
I didn't know anything about Comfy UI, so that's
no, but it's all there on YouTube, the same things, but you'd have to really search, it's just easier, like it's structured and you go through it. So, it's pretty good. I like the masking things.
Look here, I have another laptop here. Look, that's another laptop I have here.
Oh, that's the old Mac.
That's the Mac. It's fully working. It's the Mac 1400C. So I'm installing Photoshop 2 on it. Photoshop 2 on diskette. Man. I have the diskettes for it. You see, I'm very far away from Confi UI, as you can see.
You still have floppies?
I do.
Are they working?
They work. I have a full box of Photoshop there, and it's floppy disk. Yeah. I'll go and get it. I would
probably back that up on ISO or disk.
Oh, it's on the internet. Yeah. It's on the Internet Archive.
Okay.
I also have like a floppy disk reader for my Mac, so I can read floppies on my Mac Pro. So,
do you remember the zip drive that came after floppies?
Oh yeah. So you see, here it is.
Oh, nice.
Photoshop 2. Look at the logo. I'm gonna look at the.
I remember that
the
logo.
Adobe logo. Yeah. So Photoshop 2.
I started around when this logo was there.
And I'm installing it on this machine. It's been great. I have it. It has all the discs there. See, all the discs are here. I'll put it on my screen so people can see it. That's all the discs are here. It also has these massive books, like a lot of them.
The manuals, man.
It has so many. It's like the whole thing is just books. Look, it has like all this stuff inside the box. So much stuff. It also has the warranty and the serial number, and I bought this years ago on eBay for like 10 quid. But it's so cool because it's
there was this composting software called Combustion, and the classes that I went to, they gave us a Xerox copy of like the whole manual of Combustion printed out.
God.
And because they wouldn't give out the original documents, they gave us this, and they said read through it.
I have Combustion. I have a physical version of Combustion 1, 2, and 3 over there on the shelf as well. I just wanted to, by the way, thank Akam. Thank you so much, Akam, for the donation. It's so great to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you in a long, long time, and thank you so much for the $20 donation. You didn't need to do that, my friend. I thank you so much for the donation. It's so kind. I just wanted to mention that because you've donated a while ago, and I just don't want to miss you in case you go away. So sorry to interrupt you, Sajeel, but I just wanted to thank Akam. Akam used to be on my streams all the time back in the day when I was doing it on Twitch. So thank you so much. He just says, just wanted to say hi and wish you a great stream. Thank you again for everything you do to the VFX community. Everyone in the industry has definitely learned something from you. I hope so. Thanks so much, my friend. I've learned also a lot from the industry as well, so thank you so much. The reason I was showing you this laptop and also this installation is because I'm making a video out of it. I'm making a video where I'm installing this Photoshop. This Photoshop, by the way, doesn't have layers, so it doesn't have layers. Layers is only available on version 3. So version 2 doesn't have layers. And I'm gonna, the reason I'm doing the video is because I'm gonna install Photoshop
the
2.
Rreto.
And then, the same way I'm doing with the Silicon Graphic. I'm launching those soon. And then I'm installing Photoshop 2 on the video. And then I'm loading photos from my Mavica from 96 into Photoshop. Mavica is like a photo camera from Sony that would record to floppies. So the camera basically photographs into floppies. I'll show you the camera.
I have never heard of that one before. I don't know if you can hear with that without the headphones.
I'm sorry, getting so excited about this.
I've never heard of this camera.
This camera here.
I don't think we had it in India, I guess.
So this is a Sony Mavica camera, and basically it's a really crappy camera. This is only half a meg of quality, and then it has floppies. You see, it records into floppy directly. So you take the photos, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take photos with this thing. Well, I've taken photos already, and then I'm gonna load it into Photoshop 2. So this is a camera of that time period. And
how many megapixels is it? Half?
It's half a megapixel. Yeah, it's half a megapixel. You see, it still works. Still takes pictures. So I'll take a picture. I don't think it has enough light. It probably needs... Yeah, because it's so low light here.
Yeah, it will be full of grain, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Well, it has a flash, so it took a flash. Let's see here. So I'll show people the camera. You won't see it because it's on my other camera, but I'll show it to people. That's the photo right there. Oh, I think it's completely overexposed. People can't see it. Yeah, well, it's a really... Well, I'll show the camera later. I have a floppy reader for the Mac, which can read floppies into my Mac Pro directly. So yeah, that's why. So I'm so excited about those things. I really like those things. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Akam, for the donation. It's so kind of you to donate like that. Thank you so much, my friend.
I had to move out of the machine learning stream the other day because I had work calls. How did that go? Was it good results on that?
Yeah, it was great. Like I managed to do the painting over. I'm gonna slip it in. I'm gonna shop it into smaller videos as well, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. But I did 4 different shots, and they all had really good results. Like I basically opened old production shots that I did before with traditional methods. And I basically pretended that, what if I was doing these shots now with Copycat? And it was great. The first shot, which would have taken like 3 or 4 days, it took only an hour to do. And then the other shot, the Rreto wasn't perfect, but it was kind of 80% there, as opposed to a week
good
of
for
Rreto.
garbage, right?
Yeah, no, not much better than garbage. It was really good enough for you to just, you maybe had, out of the 100 frames long, maybe 20 frames you had to fix. It was really, really high quality. So yeah, the stream was really successful. We had thousands of people watching. It was great. I really was happy with the stream. I thought it was great. And I was so excited about it as well. I made chapters on all of it, so if anyone is watching that stream, they can click on the chapters and go directly to the topics. But I will be publishing shorter 10-minute, 20-minute videos out of that video as well soon. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, Nikki, yeah, that's right. No layers, my friend. You have to do Photoshop with no layers. That's the hardcore way of doing it. That's how you had to do it at the time. Yeah. So.
But yeah, my workstation's been giving me a hard time, and worst thing, it comes in between of live project. So I'm surviving on my MacBook Pro right now, which is kind of crazy.
Is it an M or an Intel one?
It's an M1.
Okay, then you can at least run.
It's not that high end, but it's getting the job done for now. But I need to find a solution ASAP, because I'll be running into rendering side of things soon, where I need to test bigger scenes with USD and everything. That's where this thing will struggle, and I need the big boys to come in and start rendering over here. Let's see.
Well, I'll leave you to it, my friend. I'm gonna go as well, because I think we've streamed for 2 hours. We had no showreel people showing up, but I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm
telling you, man, start charging them. When people pay money, they will show up, because they want their money's worth.
You're saying
no refund policy.
You're saying that, but in the past, I used to have a showreel review tier on my Patreon. And in the past, I've had people that paid that tier and never replied. And so, I've had that happen years ago. I remember I had like people signing up to it and in purpose to do a show review, and then they never replied again, like ever. And so I was like, hello? Do you want to do the review or not? So I don't know, man. I don't know what people are doing.
If they're paid, we send them like one message like, hey, do you want to do it? You have 7 days to respond. Otherwise, thank you for the money.
Well, anyway, thanks as always. Very good to see you, my friend. I'll see you later. Good luck with the machine. Good luck with the machine.
Yeah, thank you.
See you later. Bye. Okay, cool. Oh, excellent. That was great to see Sajeel there. So I think we're gonna go, because it's I've been already. I didn't do a break. I should have done a break. But let's just do the let's. I really enjoyed these questions. This was great. I promise everyone that I will come back with the radio show. I really love the radio show. The radio show is one of my favorite things ever, and so I'm definitely gonna do it again. Don't worry. So I need to sort that out and put that going. But anyway, I'll drop the link there if anyone is interested on the giveaway I'm doing. That's the giveaway for my new course. I don't believe I missed any questions. I don't think so. Everyone is very kind on the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Akam, again for that donation. It is incredible that you've donated $20. Thank you so much, my friend. It's over the moon that I am happy for getting a donation like that. Thank you so much, man. It really means a lot to me. Really means a lot to me. It's so nice to you. I like that's right, Ola. When software used to work and actually you would own the software, I have this. This is my Photoshop. Well, I actually don't have just this one. I have Photoshop 2, Photoshop 3, 4, 5, and I also have Photoshop CS1. All of them boxed over there. So yeah, I would own it, actually own it, which is something we don't do anymore. So yeah. You guys are being too kind. Sam Nicky saying that I'm the best and I'm the goat. Thank you so much for saying that. You're so kind. Thank you so much. Set up one more camera. It has a video out. Yes, it does. Mikhail, I promise I'll do it next time. So next time I'll set it up. It does have, the camera does have a video out, and I can set it up on the stream so we can see it through it, I guess. That would be so awesome. Mechan is asking, oh yeah, Sajeel, can you show your workplace? I guess it's too late now because he's gone. So sorry, I missed your question, my friend. Sorry. Okay, maybe camera people. San says, if people don't show up, just call the hitman. Oh my god, my oh my god, that's so crazy. You can't figure out how to sign up, Kaja Films, for the sign up giveaway. Well, the link is there. Just follow the link. And the only thing you need to do is the link not working? Or sorry, maybe I've did a mistake on the link. Did I do a mistake on the link? Let me just double check here. I think it should be working. Isn't not working? Or is it not working? Or let me just double check. Yeah, the only thing you need to do is to just basically either follow me on X. You need to like follow me on Twitter, or you need to follow me on open up the page. Did I, by mistake, put it as mandatory? Maybe I did. I'm sorry. Let me just stream more often, Sam. Oh, my God. I already stream almost every week, my friend. What do you want me to do? You want me to stream more? More. I want more. God damn it. More? You want more. Okay. Maybe by mistake, I put it as mandatory. Did I do that? Oh, yeah, I did. By mistake. I'm sorry. I'm switching that off now. So now it's not mandatory for you to follow me on X or to click on my course. You can only click it if you want to. So oh, did you do already too many entries? Is that what you've done? Because if you've done more than one entry, then it doesn't let you, I think. More radio shows, yes, I need to do that, yes, for sure. The problem with the radio show is that I can't find a sponsor for it. So no one wants to sponsor the radio show. Because we do a lot of we do a lot of controversial topics on this stream. So I do have a Blue Sky account. Yes, maybe I can do that later. I do have a Blue Sky. Yes, I use Blue Sky. But man, Blue Sky is really empty. There's no one ever there. Do you feel that way? Because I feel like there's no engagement whatsoever on Blue Sky. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong, but if you guys want to follow me on Blue Sky, that's the link there. Yeah, I am on Blue Sky as well. I'm on all of them. I'm even on TikTok now. Did you guys know that? I'm actually on TikTok. Look at that. The old man is on TikTok. I'll share the TikTok link as well. Because why not? Why not? Let's just share all of them. So where's the link? Copy. Yeah, so I'm on TikTok. Look at that. Yeah, so if anyone wants to do it, you can do it. Let me just double check if I can do this here. Sorry. Yeah, so if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, I'm just there, just doing some stuff. Some shorts and some videos there. The last video I did on TikTok was the BenQ PVS7, which was really nice. I really enjoyed doing that. That was a really nice little short video. That's a review I'm doing right now. I'm kind of I haven't really finished it yet, but it's gonna be finished soon. So I'll put it on the screen so you guys know what I mean. It's this that I'm talking about. So I did this like short video about this this monitor the BenQ sent me, which is a video assist. Really, they sent me a video assist. I was so happy about that because they've decided to make video sets, and so I did this short video about it. I put it on TikTok and I put it on YouTube as well. And this video assist is really good. So I'm making a review for that now. It's really high quality. I was really impressed. And the best part of all of it is that I went to Bushy Park, which is a beautiful place here in London. Let me just scrub this here. So I went to Bushy Park with this thing to test this out because why not? Look at it. So I took this bad boy here on to Bushy Park, And then just to test it. And then I filmed these lovely deers. There was hundreds of deers in Bushy Park in London. And so I filmed them. Just look at them. Just look at them. So beautiful. They're just there. Just resting. Just having a great time. Look at him. He's having a great time. He's having the time of his life. Yeah, I went there because, it was a sunny day and it really showed how good this monitor is with direct sunlight. So, yeah, have a look at that. So follow me on TikTok and you can check those things out there. I'm doing bunch of stuff there. Anyway, the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. And, it is ended. Oh, because it was at 6. I think I finished it at 6. Sorry. If anyone I need to prolong it for a little bit longer. So let me just do that so that people can still sign up. So yeah, I'm just updating it now. Just a second. Updating it. So now it should work. Sorry, apologies. I didn't notice that the competition was over before. So yeah, so that's the link there. You can still sign up. I've put an extra 19 minutes there. Didn't need to be so long, but just so people can sign up in time. And yeah, we have, how many people do we have on this thing? Let's see here. 26 people signed up. So, but yeah. Mikhail says, go on set and break people's mind. Use BenQ Assist display with the Sony floppy camera. That is awesome. I would assume that they probably would think that this is something special setup that I have that no one else has, and then it would become a trend. Just like Christopher Nolan is using this really old school TV with a radio TV source, and everyone is trying to buy them on eBay. They're really expensive. Okay, I'm gonna go do giveaway and then we're over. And so again, thank you so much, BenQ, for sponsoring the stream. I do apologize that it wasn't showreel reviews, and I tried my best. It became a radio show. It was a spontaneous type of thing. For those of you that didn't show up for my show review, at least please next time, please let me know that you're not coming, because then I could have prepared. Anyway, let's do the winner and see who won. And then we're going to go. Let's see here. Who is the winner? Oh, man, this is going to be... How do I do this? How do I copy this? Now, this is going to be complicated. Let me just double check here. How do I do this? So, I don't know how I'm going to say this, but the winner is... I have no idea how I pronounce this. That's the only name I have on the setup. Like, whoever did the giveaway, whoever signed up the giveaway, the only name they gave was that. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what that symbol is. It's someone from Ethiopia, and I have no idea what that symbol is. So that's the winner. I can't pronounce it. I don't know what it is. I can go to Google Translate to see if it shows up. Let's see here. Translate. So I have no idea what that is, and I'll just test it here. Okay, so Google Translate says it's Japanese. So which is weird. Because it wasn't supposed to be Japanese. It's because the person is from Ethiopia, but maybe could be that they are just putting that character supposedly means fire. Now, yeah. In Japanese, it means fire. So I have no idea who won. I have no idea. Not even sure they're here. So I'll just roll the dice again, I guess. Because I don't know. An alien won. Yes, it's an alien. An alien won. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to try this again, okay? Please, make it work now. Let's just do another winner here. And hopefully it works now. Okay, so... Okay, so now I have a more normal name. So whoever was that name, please contact me later. Winner is... I'm going to remove the email in case I don't want to get into trouble. Okay. Is. Okay, so that's the winner. Guillermo Ripardo. I never heard of Ripardo. I knew Ricardo, but not Ripardo. So that's the winner, Guillermo Ripardo. Congratulations, my. Oh, it's Brazilian, so Guillermo Ripardo. That's Ripardo. Guillermo. It would be Guillermo, but I'm not sure Ripardo. I don't know, but that's the winner. Create by Mantis asks, hey Hugo, if every 3D artist has access to the same AI tools, how do we keep style and identity alive in the era of infinite automation? That's a great question. Do what I do. Do something else. So I do feel that, yes, the AI tools all do the same thing. So maybe do something else. That's what I do. I always try to do stylized things. I always try to do stuff that is not normal. I try weird stuff. Just do something else. That would be my advice. Okay? Congratulations, Guillermo, for winning the Nuke course. Not sure you're here, but it's fine. I mean, this stream was different anyway. I'm not going to hold it against you that you're not here. So it was a bit of a weird stream. I didn't even do the showreel reviews. So I'm happy that at least someone was here and that they've won. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's it, I guess. That's it. Congratulations. So next up, don't forget, we will have the next showreel reviews. Well, they're not the next stream, but next showreel reviews will be on the 13th of November and 25th of November. And then I also have the more copycat streams as well. The next copycat stream, I should open the file here, the folder, really, to tell you, because I haven't done a page for that. Next one is the 18th of November, so that's the next copycat grade. Yeah, and as always, I just really wanted to thank my Patreons for helping me on my channel. If you want to become a Patreon, you can support my channel on Patreon and become. I have exclusive content there, exclusive videos, exclusive workshops there as well. I just dropped this workshop there, so this is a brand new workshop which is only exclusive for Patreon. So if you want to support the channel, go there, watch this. There will be more exclusive videos there as well, but that's the Patreon link. And with that in mind, I also wanted to thank my Patreons, and I'll do that in a second because I forgot to go and pick up the credits. Sorry about that. So I have this one and then that one. Okay, so I have just a second. I'm almost there. Not that one. No, not that one. It's this one and then this one. Okay, so I would love to thank my main Patreons, my production level Patreons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. So I would like to thank my producer level, Adrian, Ben, Daniel, Fedor, Hiroshi, Kasum, Perty, Peter, and this for the support. You are so kind every month on end supporting my channel. Thank you so much. You are my highest tier as well on Patreon. And of course, I would love to thank all my Patreons, all of them, all the Patreons, all the members that support my channel for years that they've been supporting. Thank you so much. Without you and your contribution, this channel would not exist. So thank you so much for being here and being part of the Patreon and being part as a member as well. Thank you so much for doing that. And yeah, if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, and yes, I only have an 8-bit, 10-bit, and 16-bit membership. I do not have a 32-bit float membership. I will do a 32-bit float membership someday. Don't worry, Mikhail. It is coming. For now, there's only 8, 10, and 16. And this is true 10, not FRC. It's true 10-bit. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to BenQ. Here he is, BenQ. Thank you so much. Bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Have a great day. I apologize that it wasn't the showreel review as it should have been. Thank you so much for being here anyway. And thank you everyone for... We had 213 people on YouTube, which is amazing. I can't thank you enough for being here and for being so every year, every stream, I always have so many people here. Thank you so much. And let me just double check on Twitch how many people I had. So on Twitch, I had 37 plus 200. Yeah, so we had 250 people today. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you all very soon with the showreel reviews or the Nuke disc constructions. Thank you so much. I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye. 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 Bye, 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 bye.